Lesson 36, Multiplying and Dividing Rational Expressions. This lesson is really easy and really fun, so let's do it. Remember that when we multiply, we have to multiply across, so numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. But we also learned that when we have different factors, both on the top and the bottom, we could simplify first. So the first thing we have to do here is factorize each one of these trinomials. So the first one, we have to put two parentheses, and then remember what we do is look for two factors of negative 12 and that their sum is positive 1, the number here. So in that case, the answer is going to be positive 4 times negative 3. And remember, check your answer. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12, so that's correct. And 4 minus 3 is 1, which is this number, so that's correct. So the first factorization is complete. For this one here on the bottom, we have to do the same. Find two numbers that multiply, give me negative 20 and added negative 1. In this case, the answer is negative 5 plus 4. Because negative 5 times 4 is negative 20 and negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Then we're going to factorize the one on the top. And in this case, I want two numbers that multiply, give me negative 35 and added positive 2. So that's going to be 7 times negative 5. Remember that if it's a negative here, we want a positive and a negative in our answer. And the sign here, in this case a positive, dictates what is the sign of the bigger number. Finally, we're going to factorize the one on the bottom. And in that case, we want two positives because the answer is positive 14. And the addition is positive 9, so it's 7 times 2. Now that we have everything factorized, we can see what we have both on the top and the bottom so that we can cancel. And in this case, we can cancel the x plus 4 with the x plus 4, the x minus 5 with the x minus 5, the x plus 7 with the x plus 7, and then all we have left is an x minus 3 on the top and an x plus 2 on the bottom, and that would be our answer. Now, when we divide, it's the same thing, but what we have to remember is that when we divide, we have to multiply by the reciprocal. So I keep the same fraction exactly the same, but then I change the division for a multiplication, and then I write the reciprocal of the fraction. In this case, it would be d over c. So we're going to do exactly the same here. We're going to change this division sign for a multiplication, and we're going to write the reciprocal for that fraction. So let's do it. For the first one, we have to just factorize. It's ready. So we're going to find factors of negative 6 that added give me positive 1, and the answer is 3 times negative 2. For the bottom, I'm going to do the same. Factors of negative 28 that added give me positive 3. And the answer is plus 7 minus 4. Now, we're going to write the x plus 3 that is on the top. We're going to write it on the bottom here. Now, notice that is a number that we cannot factorize, so we leave it like that. And the last one is x2 minus 7x. That, you should notice, is not a trinomial. It is a binomial that has a common factor. So what we have to do is first factorize the common factor, which in this case, if we get x as our common factor, we're going to have x minus 7 as the non-common factor. Remember, what we do is look for the LCM of these two terms and then divide by that number. So x squared divided by x is x, and negative 7x divided by x is negative 7. And that's how we get that factorization. Now we're ready to cancel, and I can do this x plus 3 with this x plus 3. The x minus 7, we cannot cancel because they are different signs. So we're going to leave it just like that. And then we have x minus 2 and x minus 4. We can't do that one either. So it's okay. We couldn't simplify as much, but we still simplify some. And so we just write the rest of the factors, and that would be our answer. So that's it. Very, very simple. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I really enjoyed this kind of exercise. So do some practice and I'll see you in the next lesson.